Previously on Rashad Jamal, from profit to prison.
I get there, park the car, get out, get to this purple Scion, and, Adam starts doing whatever, trying to jump it. I'm not really paying too much attention because I'm like, oh, it's going to be jumped, we're just going to be out, it's going to take 5 minutes. And then, nothing, and he's like, oh, it's not a jump, it's not the battery. Her steering wheel's locked, it's not the jumper cables, it's not the battery, the ignition, the key just won't turn. Finally, we give up. She's sitting in the driver's seat, like with her feet on the ground facing us. And I say to her, like, is there anything that I can do for you? Can I go tell a park ranger? Can I get you water? Can I call somebody? Is there anything else that I can do for you? And she, no joke, goes, yeah, there is something you can do for me. You can put your hands up. So she has the gun on us and, she's telling us turn around, put your hands up, walk into the woods. So we keep walking and then we get to this log that's blocking our path to go any further. She has her gun on us the whole time. She's like, what's the password to your phone? I give her the password to my phone. She goes into voice memos, audio recording, and starts recording herself robbing us.
What's the credit card numbers and what's the PIN?
I don't know that off the top of my head.
You don't know the PIN?
I know the
she
PIN.
just got hers. Mine it's the green card in my wallet.
What's your PIN?
She just got her card. She doesn't know.
I think it's 0511.
Your banking accounts on your phones.
I don't know. It has my Face ID.
Yours?
It should be. You want me to spell it out? Can you remember it?
Yep.
She still has her gun on us, and she lowers her guard for a second and puts the gun at an angle and goes, I'm just playing. And then Adam pulls his gun and told her drop your gun and get on the fucking ground. And she was like, are you serious? And he said, drop your gun and get on the fucking ground. Stern, and it scared me the way he said it. She's like, oh shit, I might die. Starts messing with the gun. So then Adam starts shooting. He shot 9 times. She shot once.
During the brief exchange of gunfire, Adam was struck once in the back and Yasmin was shot 3 times in the stomach.
Adam's like, I'm shot. Shoots her one last time. He shattered her femur. So she literally could not run away. So then she pulls up her shirt and I can see the 3 bullet holes in her. And she's like, ow. And that's it. All she said to being shot 3 times in the stomach was, ow.
Yasmin then yelled for Crystal, who was hiding in the woods not too far away.
So Crystal Pinkins comes out of the woods, and so she's circling us. Hyder's like, they shot me, I need help, they shot me. And she was like, what do you want me to do? And then she runs off towards the trail, towards the road, and just runs away.
Police and paramedics would arrive 30 minutes after Adam was shot, but tragically he would succumb to his injuries just before they arrived.
I felt his soul leave his body. I could tell that the person, the Adam, the physical Adam that I know and love right in front of me is just an empty vessel now. I remember actually looking up at the trees and it was I could see his soul going up.
Yasmin was transported by ambulance to a nearby landing zone and airlifted to UAB Hospital in Birmingham. After Michaela told investigators that another woman had come running from the woods, police began searching the surrounding area. Their search eventually led them to an encampment roughly a half a mile away from the crime scene. As officers approached the campsite, Crystal was spotted near the tents. Suddenly, 5-year-old Lucas came running from the woods, carrying a loaded shotgun. Officers ordered him to put the weapon down, and he eventually complied. Both Crystal and Yasmin would be arrested and charged for Adam's murder, while Lucas was taken into state custody. Although Crystal didn't participate in the crime, it was quickly discovered that she had given Yasmin the gun.
A UCF student is killed while out with his girlfriend in an Alabama state park.
Investigators say the pair was flagged down by a woman claiming to need help. That's when they say she pulled out a gun and fired a shot.
Matt Paulus calls 22-year-old Adam Simji a hero for his actions in his final moments. He credits him for saving his daughter, Michaela Paulus's life when their end-of-summer trip took a tragic turn.
I don't know if my daughter would be here today, but I'm very thankful that she is. 1,643 days they were together. One day ruined most of that.
According to a statement from the Clay County Sheriff's Office in Alabama, Michaela called 911 after her boyfriend was shot during an attempted robbery. She told deputies Simji, who was carrying a concealed handgun, exchanged gunfire with one suspect before he died.
It's just a horrific situation all the way around.
The Clay County Sheriff's Office says 2 women are now facing charges. They shared this picture of Crystal Pinkins. The second suspect, who is accused of shooting Simji, Yasmin Hyder, remains in the hospital.
Me and Crystal, both from Memphis, first went to Atlanta. That was how we met in person the very first time. Both her and Yaz are now arrested in jail. I'm not here to say whether she's innocent or not. I'm here to get the facts straight, because according to the media, of course, it don't make no sense. None of that's making no sense. I knew Crystal in person.
It wouldn't be long before the media uncovered the connection between Rashad Jamal and the 2 women. Once again, Rashad was thrust into the headlines as reporters began examining his teachings, his followers, and the disturbing circumstances surrounding Yasmin and Crystal.
Multiple crimes are linked to followers of Rashad Jamal, including a case of murder in Alabama. The influence of Rashad Jamal White remains massive, even though he's behind bars in Georgia.
I'm a warrior for righteousness. I'm game banging for God. So it's only 2 sides. If you're on the side of righteousness or you're on the side of evil, I'm on the side of righteousness. Now they putting this shit on me making my time hard. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily saying she did or didn't do that, but what I'm saying is like they make us all like clowns and they make us like frauds and charlatans, like we not living out our message, man. That's why I stand, man.
It's not the first time Rashad Jamal or his followers have been involved in criminal activity. Damian Winslow Washam was eventually found not guilty by reason of insanity for murdering his mother with a sword.
It is possible for leaders to continue to communicate with their followers even though they are incarcerated. Sounds crazy, but that's what is going on.
I'm not trying to sound big-headed, but I really am a divine being. I really am a chosen one. I really am like an ascended master. You know what I'm saying? In the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only that, I'm for the people. I'm for righteousness. So, yes, they're going to attack me. That's why they only say my name. I'm a political person. I'm a real martyr. I'm a spiritual guru. I'm a messiah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a revolutionary. I'm a cosmic scientist. You know what I'm saying?
You have 1 minute left.
I'm a real philosopher. You know what I'm saying? I really am a true one of a messiah for real.
In August of 2023, roughly 15 months after his arrest, Rashad would finally go to trial, facing charges of child and cruelty to children. According to Rashad, prosecutors had offered him a 5-year prison sentence as part of a plea deal, but he rejected the offer, maintaining his innocence and choosing instead to take the case to trial. After hearing the evidence, the jury returned a verdict, finding Rashad guilty of 1 count of child molestation and first-degree cruelty to children. The verdict was followed by an 18-year prison sentence, in addition to 22 years of probation.
I was never alone in that house ever with them children. That is a lie. Rashad told that lie. Rashad was always there because he set her down. She didn't have to work, just like Kia don't have to work, like he set her down. That's what Rashad does. He take care of the women and those children, and he gonna pay the bills. That's why I raised him. Rashad was there, so she lied. I'm here to let you know I didn't come here to advocate for Rashad Jamal. He don't need that. I'm gonna let you know all the lies that's been told has been blue lies.
You have the right to believe whatever you want to believe. I mean, that's the way the system painted it. When you hear that type of allegation, the average person is going to automatically assume that you did that. Why would this child lie? So, I mean, I understand the games, the systems, and the matrix play. That's why they use that exact allegation.
While many of Rashad's followers were shocked and devastated by the outcome of the trial, his critics had a completely different reaction.
That's a significant amount of time, and they don't just be handing out that time like that for no reason. People are mad, you know, they're saying, oh yeah, they're trying to do this to the guy, they're trying to... Listen, y'all, some of y'all sound crazy. I'm not going to be a part of that. There's no way. Like, they have to have evidence for him to get that amount of time. And I'm going to tell you why. The prosecutors won't even try the case if they don't think it's a surefire win. So if this guy got this amount of time, it was probably because they had enough evidence, okay?
He's a low down, dirty, nasty, trifling, disgusting abomination to God. God don't forgive pedophiles.
As soon as a nigga start calling himself a prophet, I'm automatically skeptical. I put him in the same category as a nature boy. Another thing, another charming detail about this guy.
Brother Polite with that, remember?
Yeah, Brother Polite was
saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll put him in that trick bag too. He's a guy who's online claiming to be divine. He's selling crystals and jewelry. Looks like a con man to me. Turns out he's out here
touching kids.
Yeah.
Hold on, did he get sentenced?
Yeah, he got sentenced to 18 years prison and 22 years probation, which would be a total of 40 years. They're online saying that he only caught 16, but that's because he's been serving some time. So, you know, they're making it seem a little bit lighter because he did get some time served. But that boy caught 18 for doing the unthinkable. He seems like a nut, and the people following him seem like nuts. So it's kind of something to be a little bit weary of, a little bit, you know, just be careful out there. Jamal's wife is riding with him. She's pleading his innocence, saying that the evidence has been tampered with, which is something that you find with conspiracy theorists. You show them evidence that's contrary to what they believe, and they'll say, that's what the enemy, the enemy planted the evidence. That's what you want. They want you to believe. You can't never prove a conspiracy theorist wrong.
I want to inform you that Rashad Jamal has been sentenced to 16 years in prison with an additional 20 years of parole. We have experienced issues of evidence tampering by the state police and detectives in this case. And our legal team fought tirelessly. They fought so hard. They fought so hard throughout the trial. Despite the verdict, Rashad maintains his innocence. The real ones know that he would never harm a child. Like I said, there was tampering in the evidence, tampering with body cam videos. Once again, he did not get 40 years. The judge ordered him to do 16 years and 20 years of parole. He does have to register as a sex offender. We are currently working on an appeal to ensure that justice is served. We appreciate the unwavering support. If anyone can help with resources, please contact. Don't, hesitate. Like I said, we're working on an appeal for him. And once again, thank you for the ones that did come and support, which were only like maybe 11 at the most who came to show up for his trial. That was definitely, heartbreaking to see.
One of the main people Zakiya had an issue with over not showing up to Rashad's trial was Ellie. Despite their failed attempt at a polygamous relationship, Ellie had remained a supporter of Rashad and a member of the Cosmic family. But ever since Rashad's arrest, the relationship between Ellie and Zakiya has steadily deteriorated. Ellie had been a firm believer of Rashad's innocence, but had become critical of the way Zakiya was handling the situation, particularly when it came to her efforts, or what Ellie believed was a lack of effort, to help get Rashad released from prison.
She called me asking me why I had an issue with her. I was like, Zakiya, everything that has attempted to happen to get his freedom from that particular accused crime, none of it worked. You can't prove his innocence by saying he's a good person and does good things for the community. That's not gonna work. It hasn't worked. It'll never work. It's never worked for any of these other people. And she was like, well, he said he didn't want to do things another way. And I'm like, that nigga is in jail right now. He's tweaking out, fighting for his life. You being on the outside, you should be able to communicate with people and have more sense to just do things in a different way. So she then asked me, well, why aren't you supporting? Why didn't you come to trial? I was like, lady, for one thing, I don't have to. It's not an obligation, okay? In order for me to support this man, I do not have to show up to a trial. She was like, well, speaking of herself, well, I didn't have to show up either. That was actually an option for me and da-da-da. I'm like, that's your husband. Stop comparing us. We are not the same. That is your husband.
6 months after being sentenced, Rashad would be transferred to Hayes State Prison, where he was isolated from the general population. According to Rashad, the conditions he encountered were so extreme that he described it as a torture chamber. When he was finally able to write Zakiya, Rashad asked her to read his letter publicly to his followers. She agreed, and soon his supporters were hearing directly from him about what he was experiencing behind the walls of Hayes.
I have been in complete isolation for 34 days now. They are trying to break my soul and destroy my spirit. I'm inside a small room, no windows, only a metal gate as a window. I have a mattress, but it lays on a top of a concrete slab about 4 inches from the floor. It is literally a torture chamber. And to be honest, I do not know how this place is legal. I know for a fact they are trying to poison my trays. I ate 1 tray and fell ill for almost 2 days straight. If you never hear from me again, just know I always loved you. I am writing like this because I have never been to a jail where I had to question if I would make it out alive. And it's not the inmates I'm worried about. It's the Hayes State Prison Administration I'm concerned about. Please keep in mind that I have been in this room 34 days with 0 communication with you but 1 time. I told you I need money out of my bank account on my book. I'm not saying you haven't tried, but please try harder. I know you are lonely and every goddess has needs. So how long before one day you get tired of waiting? I will never get tired of waiting. I am being did the same way they did Jesus. He was wrongly convicted, sentenced to death for spreading the truth. And here I sit, Rashad Jamal. Will I make it out of prison alive? Will my wife leave me for someone who is not in jail? Will I get to finish teaching the planet? Why is the whole world watching our oppressors torture me? Why is no one helping? How could I give so much to the planet yet receive so little in return?
Rashad is being tested right now. He has to go through this. Ain't nobody exempt. You don't just get keys. You have to be tested, and you have to pass your test in the spiritual realm to receive them. He just have to learn a few more lessons, and he'll be on his way home. He's a warrior for righteousness, just like his mother. You'll see him again.
Why is it that Rashad Jamal was given an 18-year sentence for the allegation that, because this is the child's words, her words verbatim, he asked me to touch his private part through the pants with my hand. That's her allegation. They offered me 5 years. I refused to plead guilty to something I didn't do. I was not going to do that. I would never do no shit like that. But let's just say, worst case scenario, even if a person think I might have did it, I understand that. You got weird, sick people out here, so I'm not mad at nobody. I'm only mad at the oppressor for putting that on me. But let's just say if I did, I so happen to do it, 18 years, nah. And when he get to prison, they don't let him do none of his basic rights. The sex offenders walking around this motherfucker right now in gangs and everything here, right now. The sex offenders ain't locked down. Them niggas in regular population, they got me locked down. Because now we be honest, y'all. The media ain't saying about that. They talk about cult leader. I don't own any land. I don't have a compound. I stay down in Atlanta with my wife and my kids, bro. I don't have none but a YouTube channel on the website. So where's the code? I decided to call my YouTube channel the University of Cosmic Intelligence. I called it that because I said, hey, they not gonna let me as a black man start a physical university. So I'll just name my YouTube university. This is my university. This is my little channel. This is my university. That's where the name comes from. Because the Most High told me to name it that. This is a spiritual and philosophical institution. You got a political prisoner right now, I'm the modern day political prisoner. As big as I am, it should have been a whole free Rashad Jamal campaign, which it is, but it's just me and all my followers. There's no other black leaders with influence like me in the spiritual community on YouTube right now. Right? That's saying that. So, it looks like everybody can sit back happy that I'm in prison.
The same month as Rashad's sentencing, police in Berkeley, Missouri were investigating the strange disappearance of 6 people, including 2 young children. All 4 adults were followers of Rashad and his University of Cosmic Intelligence. Their disappearance would soon bring Rashad back into the national spotlight.
All right, in Missouri tonight, police are investigating the mysterious disappearance of 6 people. All of them vanished without a trace from a home they shared in St. Louis. They also shared, the 6 people, a connection to this man, Rashad Jamal, a self-proclaimed prophet and rapper who runs an online religious group with thousands of followers on social media. Jamal is the creator of the University of Cosmic Intelligence, which, according to its website, is geared towards enlightening and illuminating the minds of carbonated beings. Well, we're all for enlightenment and illumination here, but here's the first red flag. Jamal is also a convicted child molester, currently serving an 18-year prison sentence. All of this is creating a living nightmare for the friends and families of the 6 people who vanished with no word or warning.
The missing include 2 young children, just 2 and 3 years old. They're among half a dozen cult members who haven't been seen since August, and the cult leader at the heart of all of this is still influencing massive amounts of followers all over the country from a Georgia prison.
They say 6 people went missing in Missouri, and I'm the reason they missing. And I'm a cult leader. I've been locked up almost 2 years, and I don't know the people. So how the fuck am I responsible for 6 adults missing? They talking about, well, because they was listening to Rashad Jamal videos. They weren't listening to my videos, because on none of my videos say do no crazy shit. And the story don't even say they did no crazy shit. The story was just that they missing. Right? So, but even if, how are you connecting that to me just because they watch me?
Major Steve Runge with the Berkeley Police Department has been investigating this case from the very start.
They disappeared, believing they're into a cult, that they're all gods and goddesses, and they travel from one universe to the next.
As the search for the missing 6 was underway in Missouri, nearly 600 miles away in Clay County, Alabama, Crystal had just been sentenced to life in prison for her role in the murder of Adam Simji. Yasmin had pled guilty a few months prior and was ultimately sentenced to 35 years in prison.
Yasmin Hyder admitted to killing a Florida college student during a failed robbery in the Talladega National Forest. Well, she's pleading guilty now to second-degree murder, kidnapping, and robbery charges at the federal level. Prosecutors will seek a 35-year sentence as part of the plea deal. Hyder and this woman, Crystal Pinkins, who police say lived with her off the grid in the forest, still also face criminal charges in Clay County.
Although Yasmin was the one who pulled the trigger, her plea agreement required her to cooperate with prosecutors and testify against Crystal. On the witness stand, Yasmin told the jury that Crystal had helped her plan the robbery and had provided her with the firearm used in the crime. Crystal was ultimately convicted of felony murder, robbery, and using a firearm during a crime of violence resulting in death. She was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Crystal Diane Pickens, 37, of Memphis, is sentenced to life in prison.
All of these events were unfolding as Rashad was still trying to adjust to his new life behind the walls of Hays State Prison.
He is receiving letters, y'all. So if you want to send him a letter, send a letter. He is able to get his commissary, his hygiene. The only thing he has not been able to get is a physical visit from me and a video visits from me. And he's not able to call me every day as of yet. I'm working on my end for him to be able to contact me, and I know he's working on his end to be able to contact me. I am waiting for the warden to give me a call back today. If not today, I will be calling tomorrow. No, we're not doing any marching. No, we're not doing any marching. This is a spiritual warfare, not a physical one. So no marching. The appeal is going to go through, and he's going to be home this summer.
As hard as Zakiya tried to appear as though she was fine whenever she stepped in front of the camera, behind the scenes, life was becoming increasingly stressful. She had now become the target of attacks from many of Rashad's supporters. Some were even making the bizarre accusation that both she and Rashad had been cloned. The theory appeared to stem from years of Rashad claiming that other people had been replaced by clones, along with his claims that the government had a larger plan to clone people as a way of controlling the population.
It's imperative that you know the difference between the synthetic robots, all right, and the clones, okay? Because this is what the world is full of all around you. All right, now remember I told you they need our blood for two things. They eat it, but they also for cloning purposes. All right, now this we're going a little deeper. I've always spoken to you all about us being spirit and soul and Anunnaki gods. And I've also spoken a little bit about, like, you know, that they be cloning people, which is eugenics, all right? But I've never really broken down how they also have cloned us, because their long-term plan is to be able to control you, all right? Be able to control us. So in the end, as long as we have spirit and soul, we can never be controlled.
To many people, Rashad's theories may have sounded unbelievable, but to his supporters, they were real. So real, in fact, that Zakiya, along with Rashad's mother, publicly addressed the issue during a live stream.
No, I'm not cloned, because I've heard I've been cloned. No, we're not cloned. My husband never sold his soul, so he is not cloned. This is real life.
Rashad Jamal White is not a damn clone. That is the real Rashad Jamal. I'm on three-way with him all the damn time. I know my child, I know his voice. He ain't cloned.
Despite the attempts to dispel the cloning rumors, some of Rashad's followers remain convinced that he had been cloned and the real Rashad wasn't actually in prison. The growing speculation caused a number of people to distance themselves from him, and his support began to decline. Eventually, Rashad would be forced to address the rumors himself during his first live video call with Zakiya. During the call, he pushed back against the claims that he wasn't actually in prison and threatened legal action against those spreading the rumors, warning that he could sue them for defamation.
You recording it. All the motherfuckers out there talking bad about the guy. I will be home soon. Right, you feel me? I don't want to hear shit about no, a nigga ain't locked up. Get y'all lawyers ready. Everybody spreading defamation on my name, my character. Saying a nigga not locked up. You see a nigga locked up. You see it. You see it. Come on, man. Stop it with the defamation of character, man. I'm already in here wrongfully convicted, man, but I will be home soon. But stop with the defamation of character. Look into these eyes. You can't clone this. You can't clone this. You ain't no faking this energy. Ain't no none of that. You know what I'm saying? Stop with the defamation of character. Get your lawyers ready for the individual's line. Because, see, when you doing that, y'all making me like I'm a charlatan to the people that really support the God. Because if I supported an individual like myself and he's in jail as a political prisoner for only spreading enlightenment and trying to free the minds of the masses, you see what I'm saying? And then you sit there and say this individual not in prison, you know, that's like misleading individuals. You make the people that support me be, I don't support him no more because this guy not even in prison. Feel what I'm saying? That ain't righteous, that ain't 100.
But the cloning accusations were only the beginning. Zakiya was accused from everything from cheating on Rashad to stealing his money. Some even claimed she was working as a government informant and had been paid by the FBI to bring Rashad down.
His wife set him up to get locked up. It wasn't his baby's mother, it was her that did it. You set him up on the day that he went to jail. You set him up. You told him where to go to. And you knew the popo was coming for him. You are the one who tipped them folks off. You were bitter because he was beating your ass. You stuck around because of the money. Isn't that the real reason why you married him? You wanted to be taken care of, but you didn't like the fact that he also wanted to take care of other wives? You had planned all along. You just used that as your excuse and your motivation to set him up. Why don't you expose the fact that you were the one that was delaying Rashad Jamal's cases for his appeals? Why don't you expose that, baby girl? Do you see the longer he stays in jail, the more money she makes? And don't think I don't know about that payout that the FBI gave you, baby girl, because I'm going to expose the fuck out of you, bitch.